بچه ها. اومدیم با ادامه بازی کینگدوم کام.
What are you doing? Quit your gaping.
خب بهش نمیشه کمک کرد. خب مشکلی نیست. خب
I have not changed my answer.
خب اینجا یه بار دیده بودیم، رد میکنیم.
They gave me a going over. Good thing you showed up, lad. It's just a scratch.
How
خب
My God, you're hurt.
I'm all right. What the hell was that, Rosa?
I saved your lives, didn't you notice?
You would have been in the right if you hadn't taken the shot. Now we have the blood of the king's men on our
خب
hands.
دعوا
Do
کنن.
you have any idea what this means?
Was I supposed to let
Was
one of
that-
Sigismund's lackeys insult us in our own home?
And you thought this was a better solution?
You know what? Let's just leave it be. I don't want to argue in front of a young man here. Apologies for the mess, stranger. There aren't usually so many corpses strewn about our courtyard.
خب
I should be the one apologising. Some of it is my handiwork.
It won't be your concern, though. I promise. We'll call the guards and tell them what happened. That Ulrich Bavar and his men attacked us for no reason.
You think that will make them let us off the hook?
Not for free. But knowing young Plymouth,
خب
the commander of the guard, I'm sure he won't refuse my coin. But back to you, lad. Who are you? Why have you graced us with your visit?
I'm Henry of Scanners, squire to Lord Capon of Perkstein.
Pleased to meet you. Consulin Routard. And this feisty creature here is my daughter Rosa.
Like father, like daughter.
Why did your master send you to me, Henry?
He didn't, sir.
خب
Unfortunately, he's in enemy captivity,
We're sorry to hear that.
but I plan to rescue him. And I believe you can help me with that.
We can. How?
Lord Capon is held at Malashov.
Our Malashov? I don't envy him. I was planning on fixing the roof before they took it from us. It's full of leaks. I doubt its new master will lift a finger to do anything about it. Tell me, why would I meddle in matters that don't concern me?
Well, we all stand on the same side. Against Sigismund.
That is undoubtedly true. I don't like
Oh.
that ginger bastard either. Especially since his people started sticking their fingers in my coffers. But to get involved in something as dangerous as freeing a captured nobleman in a territory conquered by Sigismund?
We have to do something to help. I know it's dangerous.
Dangerous? It's madness. What if somebody finds out?
Nobody will know.
You haven't been in Kuttenberg for long, have you? The walls have ears here. I'd only end up with my head on the chopping block. And I don't even want to think about what they do to Rosa.
That's true. As long as Babak's breathing down our necks, we have to be careful.
Who is he, anyway?
Ulrich Bavar von Neuhaus. The new mint master appointed by Sigismund himself. He's had it in for us ever since he took over the office. He's been begging me to hand over my mining rights. It seems he'd like to see me reduced to a beggar. And now we've killed his men. The king's men.
قرار
Deep into my pocket.
اینا شر بشه فکر کنم.
Rosa said, lad. As long as Babak is around, my hands are tied. I'm sorry.
Then let's get rid of Babak. He must have some weakness, right?
There may be one. Obvious Babak is getting richer than his office was. There are rumors going around that he's stealing the king's silver. He even uses it to mint counterfeit groschen. Using a fake dime. If Sigismund find out, he'd have him executed at once, regardless of his noble blood.
Then why hasn't Sigismund heard about it?
Simple allegations aren't enough to charge someone with such a serious crime. We need evidence.
But how do we find it?
Some of the silver goes missing somewhere along the way. We have to find out where.
Find out. But how?
خب
They don't let just anyone into the mines and smelting works.
You're right. Only authorized people are allowed in. Fortunately, we have an ally. My friend Peter of Pisek. Christian remained in the Italian court. He wanted to become the mint master himself, but because of Babak, he had to settle for the steward's office. He hates him even more than we do on account of it.
And that's saying something.
Christian and I were just talking about his suspicions. He'd welcome any dirt you can dig up on Babak, just as much as I would. If you go to him and ask for help on my behalf, I'm sure he'll accommodate you. I'll help you free Lord Capon in exchange for evidence of Babak's murder. That's fair, isn't it? Right?
It's a deal. I've already met Peter of Kisek, and I know he can be trusted. Let's hope the same goes for his brother.
Excellent. You'll find Christian and Horsham at the estate near the mines. Tell him the password, Via Argentum, the pot of silver. He'll know who he's dealing with. But be careful, both of you. This is our last chance to stop Babak.
We'll be praying for you.
Clear off! Get out of my sight! Stand here all day. I don't care. A bandage! Quick! I've got my eye on you, swine. My respects to your service.
خب باید کجا بریم؟ خیلی دوره فعلا. یه فعلا ایر بی جا انجام بدیم.
I've got a bit of a scratch somewhere. It's nothing. Come and shop here! We've got enough for everyone! A fine day for some fine wares! We'll be with you, my good man.
I'm looking for someone to do a couple of errands. You look like you want to present. Sir, really rushed off my... Speak for me.
خب سریعتر بریم بهتره. خب
It sure does. Go on then. How was it?
Next time you meet that woman, say the Lord. What do you want, you bloody scoundrel?
I would like to atone for my sins before God.
I'm tempted to banish you from the holy ground, blasphemous child. Your repentance must begin as soon as possible.
خب
I'll cleanse my soul with a pilgrimage.
In Bohuniovis, pray to her.
What penance do you?
Recite the Lord's Prayer. Clasp your palms together with all your...
I'll make haste.
You can't hasten redemption. Riddance, vagabond.
Let's see what we have here.
نمیشه دزدی بخوریم.
Someone really did a number on her. Ugh. He ripped open her entire belly. It didn't stop there. There must have been buckets of blood. Jesus Christ. There's hardly any blood left in her. The place I found her must look like a slaughterhouse. I should go there and take a look. Her lips are bloody. Nothing more. Tongue's still in place. But if he killed her for blabbing, I reckon he'd have cut out her tongue or something, wouldn't he? These are more like chops than cuts. Somebody must have taken a sword to her. But it couldn't have been a long sword. It would have been clumsy. It was something shorter and nimbler. God. That madman cut off both her... What did he do with it all afterwards? Did he really keep all the pieces? Nobody could be that sick, could they? Her face is a little bruised and cut, but maybe she has a dark ring around her neck, and her hair is all matted with... Maybe there's something more to it. What if the murderer kept her hair like some kind of sick... Just some scratches and bruises, that's all. The killer probably surprised her. So, the murderer must have awfully strong hands. Then he took a also cut. He cut off her breasts, but left her tongue, and left her lying there for all to see. Only if it was a warning for telltales, I don't know why he killed her. I don't think it's because of Catherine.
Sacra lad, you look awful.
You must be the local gravedigger.
That's right. They call me Fantasy. At least them that can speak to.
I'm Henry.
Greetings, Henry. What do you need?
That dead girl you have in the morgue. Alice.
You've seen her? Poor thing. Who could have done such a thing?
That's what I'm trying to find out. Do you know anything about her?
She's gone to meet her maker. What more do you want to know? You want to take away a piece of her? Well, you can't. Not a hair off her head, a bloody scrap.
I don't want to take anything. I need to find something out.
Like what exactly?
Who killed her?
Why?
I'm worried something might happen to my friend.
That's true. She wasn't the first, and we can only pray that she'll be the last. It's true that Lumiere ain't shown no interest in her yet. But I wouldn't expect that from him no more.
Who's this Lumiere? Another one of those gawkers and collectors?
No. He actually tried to help.
Help?
investigating them others.
Right. You said she wasn't the first.
Aye. We had a couple of similar cases.
But who is this Lumir?
He used to work for the local bailiff.
Do you remember how many girls were killed?
You mean you don't know nothing about it?
I haven't been in Kuttenberg very long.
I see. There's been one every few weeks for the past year.
Do you know where the last one got killed?
I heard some talk about it when they...
Look for clues.
That can help you.
That's worth a try. Thanks. What's this Lumir got to do?
Well, like I...
A scribe?
Well, the old Lumia, he...
I'd like to...
At his... I don't know...
باش.
Thanks. You've been a big help.
It's my pleasure. Especially helping someone from the land... Actually, speaking of the living, there's a girl what comes here and grieves over that. I think her name is Barbara.
And do you know where I could find her?
She said she serves in one of the burgers' houses. So either there or in the...
Thanks again, Master Greg.
Ah, farewell.
خب بیا ببینم نزدیکیه.
Are you Barbara? I told you knew Alice.
Alice. Aye. She was almost like a sister. Why'd you ask? Who are you?
I'm trying to find out who did this to her. I'm afraid the killer might want to go after my friend as well.
خب
Oh. I understand.
Who did you serve?
Our master is a local merchant. He is trying his hand at trading wine.
How did Alice get married to your master?
Fine. Just like with everyone. Our master's a bit strict, but he's fair.
خب
What's his name? Can I speak to him?
Why? But you can't see him anyway. He's on a trade trip to Prague.
It occurred to me that maybe he could have done it.
He couldn't. He was gone when it happened. He hadn't been home. And besides,
خب
why would he?
I heard about that. And also about Lumir.
Well, if you're interested, go and see him. Maybe you'll catch him sober enough to talk sense.
Do you know of any suitors she might have had?
I know she was seeing someone. Why?
خب
I'd like to talk to him as well.
But I don't know who it was. Alice said he was...
You never saw him?
No, never.
Do you know what exactly happened to Alice?
One day she just didn't come home.
It's awful what they did to her.
She was such a... And it didn't even leave that untouched. Who could have cut off her hair like that?
So,
لومیر 4
'Tis but a scratch.
Lumir?
Oh. Christ, my head.
I need to ask you something.
I said not so loud. I have a splitting headache.
Somehow, unless I'm willing to wait for him to sleep it off, I'll have to... This should sober him up. No. No.
More booze. Christ. I'm gonna puke.
Drink up. It'll make you feel better.
خب
Better already. Wait, what? Who?
My name is Henry.
And what do you want from me?
We're Trying to find out who killed a certain girl.
To me? What for?
Are you Lumiere from the rat house? The scribe?
I used to be. Now,
They say that about you. Why?
because I was just on some wild goose chase. And what came of it?
But I need your help.
If I were you, lad, I'd leave it be. You'll just end up hurting your
Come now.
poor girls. We let it be in the end.
خب
I need to know the truth.
I appreciate your enthusiasm, lad. I searched high and low. What makes you think you can...
Because I know people and can easily convince them. In the end, they spill their guts.
I can't say you were...
Because I'm not stupid.
Is that so?
Exactly.
How about that? Was that really supposed...
Because I'm stubborn. Not honest.
So you want me to...
Because I have to find out the truth.
You may not be... Who was this dead...
Her name was Alice.
A maid? That fits.
I think that he strangled her first, and then went at her with a longer blade and disemboweled her.
Did you notice the strangulation right away? It took me a while. Maybe,
Do you think it's the same murder?
counting your girl, that makes 6 victims who were first strangled and... If it's not all the same person,
This is the 6th one. How long has he been killing?
probably about a year now. Sometimes it takes him months. Sometimes weeks.
Why are you counting the missing girls?
Because I think someone killed them.
Did the dead girls have anything in common?
Aside from being pretty young girls with no proper family or background, no.
Do you think somebody is killing them because they're poor?
And certainly, if somebody
Oh.
killed the daughter of a local lord, no...
But why does he even kill in the first?
I don't know. Maybe he hates women.
What can you tell me about Yarka?
She wasn't the first. But thanks to her, people started taking an interest. She was a maid in a German family. By all accounts, she was orphaned as a child. They found her
Did you have any suspect?
at first, but then I changed.
Why?
Well, for one, besides, maybe
از توضیحاتش میگذاریم.
she was an alehouse wench.
You said her.
You have no... Unfortunately, you could sustain...
And what?
Exactly. Besides Alice, but if because she's young, I never...
اسم میدونی که برات نقشش چی پیدا میشه.
It all... She don't... But the other... She said she knew she was pretty.
You mean she wanted?
That's what it sounded. In the grade, it's sad that there's no...
Why were you looking into it?
I don't know who's in the bailiff,
But there are more
so when one...
behind the bailiff.
Not really.
What happened?
I don't want...
Did you have any
You
suspect?
can always find some. I always drag the most...
Shouldn't it have faint? Can you stop?
We have... And four of the room. The next... They both have... And the lot... Well, they all...
Good.
When you look... You were...
theological.
That's not why I'm here. Someone killed
Another one. Why is it?
somebody.
Yes.
I don't want revenge. I want to stop more killing.
True enough.
One of the other victims was a girl named Yarka. What can you tell me about her?
About Yarka.
Where did you know Yarka?
I knew her since.
And
I mean,
who did
William. Yarka.
Why'd you...
Evidence? He's a skirt chaser.
And does it...
No.
You raised her?
Yes.
What does a priest know about children?
Yes. And what does a yokel know?
How...
When she was small.
Why don't you...
That's... I won't.
Come now, Father.
Those who guard.
I've heard enough, Father.
Son.
از شهر خارج شیم، بعدم بریم دنبال کیس.
Come here.
Don't shout.
Go. Ja. Quick.
بریم سمت ماموریت.
Go. Ja. Go. Just a bit further. Quick. Ja. Quick. 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 Just a bit further.
خب
Quick. 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 Go. 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 Quick. Come for a whipping, eh?
And use virgin veins. While Sonnen's out there without fixing props.
I don't have time to discuss make sure he knows how you run the place. That's the fifth yucca who got scrunched in here. Be quiet. And now clear off. You can't just walk around the mines.
You're a Christian at peace, eh?
I am. What do you need?
Kinsman Ruthard sent me. About Via Argenta.
I see. But I'm afraid I don't have good news for Sir Kunzman. I haven't made much progress regarding the matter we discussed. I just don't have the time to investigate. I'm always needed somewhere. And there's always someone following me around.
So is Vavat really stealing the silver?
For God's sake, not so loud! What's your name?
Henry.
All right. Listen up, Henry. Nobody can know I'm looking into it. It's a very dangerous game. If Sir Kunzman trusts you, you could help me in my investigation.
That's actually why I'm here.
Excellent. Excellent. You don't happen to come from a family of miners, or smells it, do you?
My father was a blacksmith.
It's a fine craft. But it won't teach you much about silver mining and processing. I'll be happy to tell you everything you need to know. Now, follow me, please. We need to talk somewhere in private.
In good health. Where should I start looking?
Straight to the point. I like that. We know for a fact the silver must be getting lost somewhere on its way to the mine. That means it would be best to discreetly inspect all operations and find out where the problem is. First of all, you should ask miners from every shift how many quartz they mine in a day. After that, we'll compare the numbers to the mine record books and see.
But the yields aren't the same every day, right?
True. That's why we have to focus on one particular day. For example, the other day, on the Feast of St. Petronilla, Foreman Fett was beaming and bragging to me about how much it had. I mean, mined out.
Couldn't I just ask Fett?
Fett's job is to count the cords and write the amount down in the mine book. He won't tell you any other number. We're interested in what the miners themselves have to say. They've no reason to hide anything. Nevertheless, the miners are a strange bunch. They might not be very forthcoming at first, and they have an odd way of speaking. Like calling each other Sonic, however old they are. But you'll hear for yourself. You should pretend to be really interested. You could be a scholar writing a treatise on silver mining. Or just say I'm your distant uncle who's initiating you into the ins and outs of my job. It's up to you.
I'll behave like a true nobleman.
Suit yourself. Just don't change your story so you don't arouse suspicion. But to the point, each day 3 shifts work in the shaft. Each has its foreman, or gaffer, as they say. The first shift is led by Frank, the second by Paul, and the third by Samco. You'll have to ask each one of them how many quartz they mine. Samco's hewers should be off work now. You'll find the other 2 shifts in the mine. Take this, so the guards will let you in. It's a letter of safe conduct bearing my seal, allowing you free movement.
What are you going to do?
I'll return to the estate to do my job. What else? Once you find out how many corp, don't forget.
Who owns the silver?
All the silver in the king. Oh, I'm sure you want. So he leases out the money. There's a lot of money in it. That's the royal.
What is this?
It's the whole process. From dig silver is found cheap. The raw roasted.
Can any silver get lost?
They can. And unfortunately, it does happen. Most often, nevertheless. So if some... Who checks the Royal Mint Master and his subordinates? That is why every smelting's in their bed. Who makes the hitmen get paid to smelt the silver?
By the way, I've had...
Well.
He was a great help.
Even though if it weren't for... Who the king... All sorts. In fact, who's the mines as the steward? Then come the... We follow... Who's responsible? The mines as the steward. Then come the... We follow them.
How much do the mines...
That depends on whether it's a royal mine.
I thought all mines...
That's right. But they bear the cost of mining themselves. The king receives...
What about the other two? Those go towards the...
Who's responsible? They have their own owners. Then, they deduct the royal and not just silver.
What happens in this...
Each smelting shop has a stamp. The stamp mill... After that, finally...
So it's processed similar...
Yes. But in steelmaking...
How are groschen made from the silver?
The royal share from the smelting works. There, the coiners hammer it out into silver sheets for cutting the... Then, in the Italian court's preghouse...
How many...
Only the main one. They used... It was he, and of course...
help? No thanks. I'm just fine. Foreman Frank?
What you looking for, Sonny? Can't you see we're queuing?
Sir Christian of Pisac sent me. My name is Henry of Scallops. Our family rented a mine, so I came to gain experience.
A nobleman in the pit? I'll be damned. But you can't just amble around. You count your creels.
I just have a few questions.
Oh, we damned unless we are. But make it snappy, man. What do you want to know, like?
What is the work of a miner really about?
What's it about? Bugger all, kidder. No great shakes. We gans through the roads, Bella. Doing off from rocking the dark and...
How much do you get for your work?
I'll tell you, man. Them deputies up at bank make a howling pile of chink. But us buggers, the ones doing all the graft, we earn a pittance.
Can you give me a more specific number?
Sometimes, not even half a grosh in a cough. That's near way to make a living, man.
How exactly do you mine ore?
Bloody hell. Have you never seen a yak of graft, kid ya? You take a kevil and ding away at the rock till it crumbles. And if you keep ganning at it for a couple of years and don't croak from the styes, then you keel over from exhaustion or get scrushed by the sea.
How do you get the ore outside?
Same way it's huge. In the dark and in cold. Once you get out by with...
I wonder, how much do you mine in a day?
That depends on how much ore you hulk out of this or that face. It varies.
How much did you mine, say, on the Feast of St. Petronilla?
Listen, kiddo. Aren't you a bit too curious? Nobleman or not, you don't need to know that.
free, if you know what I mean. How does the jingle of groschen sound to you?
Sounds canny to me. Listen up then, I'll tell you. It was a good gar on the feast of St. Petronilla. Our yakkers threw 36 hordes.
Thanks.
Nah, thank ye. Now leave us to humour it. Farewell, and take a bath, for goodness sake. You look awful.
خب حالا بریم بیرون بریم از بقیه بفرستیم.
Somebody gave you a good working over. Are you all right? Are you Foreman Samco? I am. Who's asking? My name is Henry. Stuart Christian sent me to you. My family runs mines, so I came here to gain experience. Why should I care? Didn't you see we're off graft? Sir Christian told me to ask about anything that interests me, and that you'll tell me. I'm so tired. I haven't even got the strength for gabbing. I wouldn't mind having a game of dice, but might as well. Then I'll tell you everything. What'd you say? I may not look like it, but I'm not wanting for groschen. I'll pay you if you talk to me. All right, Mara. That works for me. Tell us what you want to kill. What is the work of a miner about? Aye, that's a good question, Mara. Mostly about alchemy. Any yakker will tell you that. But proper rest is even more important. So how do you rest? Depends. Some have a kit. Some are swearing. Some go whoring. As for me, I play that. How do you mine ore? Either we're on hard rock, and then no one's hewing shit. Or then there's not much silver in the ore, and you've got to smelt the shit out of it. How much do you make doing this? Don't even get me started. The chink's bad, and it's getting worse. Half a grosh and a cut. How many cores did you mine on, say, the Feast of St. Petronilla? I can tell you exactly. All the yakkers were working, and we were getting along. We managed to hulk 34 cores without skimping on him. That's all I need to know.
حالا دزدی حالا با فول گول زدیم که بهمون جواب بدن. این شو داخل چیز پیدا میکنیم.
I'm interested in the operation of the mines. Are you praying? Why?
We dinged the bird, it all came awful. You weren't just me Mara. You were my bloody kept, and now
There's no more pain in heaven. Don't be so hard on yourself.
you're right. I hope the Lord as well. Will you pray with me?
Aye.
You're a canny lad. Almighty, merciful God, our Father, you are the giver of gold, silver, bronze, copper, wool,
آدم نمیشه چرت پرتاش.
Holy angels save his soul from damnation. Bring his soul to eternal glory. To our Lord, our Savior and Redeemer, Jesus Christ. Amen.
Aye. And what is the work of what it's about? Proper graft that.
Death's in the mind.
Aye. But every death in the shaft is a waste. Unfortunately. How's the order? First, we have to simply set up timber.
How much do you make doing this?
Depends on how much we... It's no really...
So how many...
That weren't it. But even so, we managed to hawk 30 corpse.
That's all I need to know.
Well, good day.
از معادن بیایم بیرون تا بتونیم بریم سر اصل مطلب.
I've got my eye on you, swine. Mein Gott, du schon...
You're the local...
I am.
My name is Henry. My family rented them.
Then you have come Forschungsschaft. I am Hermann.
As an ore merchant,
My job is to buy every depending...
do you buy silver together with the stone?
I do. You can only...
How do you estimate the price?
It takes skill and experience. I go through a few, then I estimate the...
And the price is all...
Nein. The price of the corpse is determined. The important...
How many corals do you buy?
When you into hard work.
How many corals did you buy lately? For example, on the Feast of St. Petronilla.
Sancta Petronilla. Weiß nicht. Entschuldigung. I do not remember.
I already know how many corals the crews extracted on the Feast of St. Petronilla. It was 100 altogether.
I see. Meanwhile, I looked in the mine book. How many do you think it says there?
I'd guess it's less.
Then you'd be correct. The book lists 90 cores extracted. That means 10 cores of ore disappear each day. But nobody could just come along and take them. We keep a close watch on everything. The unreported cores must be going out.
What does it mean?
That this is fraud and that Foreman Fett and Herman the ore merchant are in it up to their ears.
Should I go to them and accuse them?
Well, accuse. involved in the theft. Make sure to, when you talk.
خب
We need to talk, Herman. So Christian sent me. We found some discrepancies in the mine book.
Discrepancies?
How do you explain that the miners extracted 100 cores of ore on the Feast of St. Petronilla, but the book only says 90?
If it says 90, there must have been 90. The book does not lie.
Or someone is writing down false numbers and hiding 10 cores.
I do not write anything in the book myself. Foreman Fett counts the corpse here. Go and talk to him instead.
Don't tell me you don't count them too. You wouldn't pay for more cores than there really were.
Do you have any idea how much ore passes through my hands? How am I supposed to remember how many there were ausgerechnet on the Fest of St. Petronilla? Besides,
All 3 crews agreed to report more. I seriously doubt that. Look, you don't have to be afraid to tell the truth. Me and Sir Christian agreed to settle the matter quietly. We're not going to punish anyone.
I am innocent. It was Fett's idea. He came to me saying we were going to deliver more cores to the smelters than we would report, and I would get paid for it. It was going well. I have always paid for what we put in the book. On the Feast of St. Petronilla, I was afraid they would be able to tell the difference. 10 cores is 10 cores after all. Nobody at the smelting works cared at all.
How long has this been going on?
Several months, maybe half a year. About since Sigismund arrived.
Is Ulrich Vavak behind this?
The Mint Master? I have no idea. I am a mere...
So Christian and I agreed to investigate the matter in secret. So just act like nothing's going on. Keep doing what you're doing. We don't want to scare off the people who are at...
Yeah.
A word, Foreman.
Who are you? What do you want?
I'm Henry. But that's not important.
Oh.
So Christian sent me.
Don't tell me one of the yakkers shat all over the outhouse in the yard again.
I'm afraid it's a little worse than that. We found...
Let Sir Christian handle it then. They're his books, and his response.
You're the one counting the cores of ore.
Your point being?
I learned that the miners extracted no less than 100 cores on the Feast of St. Petronilla, but the mine book says 90.
Do you think the yakkers know how to count? They're blockheads, and they like to show off. I'm sure they just exaggerated. Anyway, what's it to you? Did the steward send you to snoop around? Don't you know? I work for Vavek, the mint master himself.
Aye, there's no point in denying it. Herman told me everything.
Bloody snitch.
He had no choice. If you tell me everything you know right now, you'll go unpunished. I'll happily swear that under oath.
Fuck you and your oath. This is where you... That's a fight.
I can eat.
I surrender! I surrender!
Never fear, I'm here to... No! I'm done with this!
Why should I let you go?
It's you! You're the murderer!
Pray for a quick death, you bastard!
Enough. I give up.
never falling for your
Wait,
paying.
very well.
Now, let's
Take a look then.
good. You don't in that case.
خب
Look out.
I talked to Herman, the ore merchant.
Did you get anything out of him?
It's as we thought. The trail leads to the smelting works.
خب
Did you tell him to keep quiet and act as if nothing's happening?
Aye, I did.
Let's see what we've got so far. Those 10 unreported calls leave the smelting works from here. If silver's going missing, that's where it must be happening. You'll have to go and look around and talk to the owner, Buresh. I reckon that'll be tricky though.
How so?
Buresh is a very cautious and clever man. I reckon he won't be happy to have someone snooping around his property. But he's the only one who can give you permission to walk around the smelting works without the guards bothering you.
Something like your letter of safe conduct. How can I persuade him to give me one?
Like I said, it won't be easy. Nevertheless, I found a way. You'll pretend to be a nobleman interested in buying some smelting works. Would like to get a closer look at his operation.
I've already passed myself off as a nobleman here. There's nothing new to me.
But be careful. Buresh won't be as easily fooled as a simple pitman here. You'll have to dress like a real nobleman. That means no plate armor, or, God forbid, bloody rags. But listen, don't carry a weapon. Buresh has a morbid fear of someone threatening him. That's why he has a bodyguard with him at all times. You must come to him dressed to the nines and act impeccably, so as not to arouse. In short, be charismatic. As charismatic.
What should I wear?
Like I said, some decent clothes. If you don't have anything of the sort, visit a tailor in town. I'm sure he can sell you something nice. If you're charismatic enough, Buresh is sure to believe your intention, and make sure you wash up before you go.
What else should I know about this?
In the smelting works, or then they give part of the silver to the king for the...
What should I...
He's the slyest fox. He started to... Now he's doing...
I got it.
Here, I've written you a letter of introduction to take with you. I reckon he won't be thrilled, but he won't turn you down. Ask him discreetly, and if my guess is correct, you could get something out of the... When you're in this... Good luck, Henry.
چیز دیگه نداریم. خیاط پیدا کنیم. آه.